They're very heavy. It's trash night. Working on downstays with Beth.
That's good.
So if you're working with a fearful dog, typically they have a startle response that sends them into fight or flight, usually flight, meaning they're gone, they're running away, they're trying to save themselves. The crazy thing is that normally what's sending them into startle makes no sense. It's not a threat to their life. So we've heard of a fork dropping and a dog running for its life, a rolling trash can 20 feet away, a car. You know, in Beth's case, it was a leaf blowing by, a light bulb. If they were holding a light bulb inside their house and about to change it, that would send her into a panic and she would try to run away. The fix for this is, of course, step one is teaching the solid foundation of obedience. So she has to know the commands and she has to have a solid stay. You also have to have a recall, because when she goes into flight, you have to have a way to correct her, recall her back, put her back into the stay, and then repeat the scary trigger. Once she's in a stable mindset, you're presenting the triggers. She's not running away. She's learning nothing is killing her. She doesn't have anything to run from, and then she'll start to stabilize. But so many people get stuck because they can't stop the dog from running away to begin with. And they're like, I don't know what to do. We can't have forks around. We can't change the light bulb. Watch leaves, because leaves will send her into a panic. But the answer is exposure in a controlled way. But you have to have that obedience. You have to have the training as a foundation, because you have to have that to fall back on. Because it makes no sense. You know, we domesticated dogs and we shouldn't allow them to run away from leaves, trash cans, light bulbs. We have to teach them how to live in our world. Good girl.
One thing to notice when we're doing these proofing exercises with her is when she's in her down, anytime you see her do a jump like that from a noise, but she stays in her down, that was her running away. All those little jolts where she kind of does that real quick, that was her running away in the past, but then using the coping skill of the down. So you'll see over there when I dropped the trash can initially, she kind of jumped like that, she startled, and then she laid down and she looked at me, right?
She's like, wait a minute, I didn't get hit.
Every time you see one of those, you know you're making progress, because those would have been runaways. Mm-hmm. So we're just flushing out of her system, if you will. We're exposing her. Now that we have some communication, some training, and she's a follower, she's listening, you see there's no problem with that. Now I can expose her to the world, you know, and get rid of some of these superstitions or overreactions that are actually dangerous.
That's my good girl,
The response is very dangerous, because she can run away and get herself in trouble when she's not, you know, when she's in the streets or something like that. We don't want that. Good girl. And like you said, she spooked way too easy.
Oh my God. Right? I mean, her owners couldn't even change a light bulb.
So we're building her confidence,
yes.
you know.